Hello everyone, it's the Frog Reporter here, and you're tuned into Frog News. Here at the Dungeon Explorers Volunteer Society, we cover all the latest happenings in the Buried City and beyond. Speaking of which, look at this art! Every new area that we enter now has a beautiful title card that materializes out of nothing. I don't know how they did that, but it makes each area feel even more special. If you haven't journeyed in the dungeon for a while, let me share some of the cool new features that were added in the last few updates. If you're already familiar, then stay tuned for some sneak peeks at the end. Endless mode was added. I'm still so excited by this feature. I could talk about it endlessly. This new game mode brings a lot of replayability. You can take an OP build from a standard run into endless mode or start from endless mode floor 1, just like we did in the classic or origins version. There are incredibly difficult curses that are only found in endless mode, and there are multi-type dice that have properties of 2 dice types. It's so cool to see all the types that people have discovered. Let me know in a comment which 2 dice you think make the most powerful combo, and if you've discovered it already. Elite enemies were also introduced in the same update, the Red Hood and the Beat Ball. Both are elite versions of the enemies that you have already been fighting, the Shider and the Big Toll. These enemies can show up in elite battles that give an immersive experience quite different from the typical mobs of enemies. And these definitely won't be the last elite enemies that you face, but let's save that for the sneak peek section. This fall, we introduced Run History as an option in the Extras menu. This lets you see the stats from your previous runs, including the dice and relics you used. This screen will be
Things are not what they seem. Check your run history carefully. When is the last time you saw?
and we hope that you take advantage of the run history to share your coolest builds or highest scores. I also want to mention the UI refresh. We've implemented several quality of life changes in the battle UI layouts, which should make the interfaces much easier to read. You can see there's a big difference. The bestiary is a major part of our most recent update. There is already a short blurb about each enemy in the game. My favorite part about reading this is seeing how the bits of lore come together to make the world. We hosted a writing contest in the Discord and had a great time reading the entries. A few were used as inspiration for the bestiary entries and are credited in the game itself. This is really neat to see the community investing so much creativity. We've also put controller support out on the general release. We're working to get Steam Deck verified status, so please keep the feedback coming if you noticed anything we missed. I guess I slipped into sneak peeks already. On a similar note, we're testing out some more accessibility options like larger UI text and non-pixel font that'll make playing on the Steam Deck even easier in the future. Let's talk about that bestiary again. There's lore hidden in these pages. For instance, take a look at the Mosquito Duke entry. You'll notice he was a skilled scientist who conducted experiments that ultimately stilled the world. Some of you skilled and lucky players may have already beaten him in a run, and after a while he makes a very startling revelation. Putting this together, it seems like we may not have truly defeated him yet. Soon there will be secrets added in the dungeon that must be discovered to confront the secret boss. There will be new enemies added as well. The Red Hood and the Beat Ball were only the first 2 elites to be added, and more are on their way. These guys will have unique abilities that test your build and strategy. Plus, we still have to add this guy. There are rumors of a new frog wandering the dungeon. My sources tell me that this one has a special connection to our existing Frog Knights and the incident. Take your best guess. What are they? Where are they from? What do they look like? We're also working on more progression within the existing characters so that you can unlock new items and lore as you journey in the dungeon. And last but not least, events will have their day. We will be taking a look at the existing events and work to revamp and rebalance them. We're also planning to add in completely new events and are still testing how to incorporate dice as a mechanic in the event system. Anyway, you can see that there is a lot more to discover. I am the Frog Reporter, and this has been Frog News.